Today we are making smothered pork chops. So just season with the Tony seasoning, and then I dredge them in flour and just fry them. I like to do mine like this. I like to fry them and then I place them in a I'm making a mess here. I place them in a roaster pan and complete the cooking, smother them in the oven. So go ahead and finish frying and I'll be back. I bought some of these the other day. These are a little more broke up. These are not as cut as good as the ones from the other day. Okay, so these are just about done. So what I do with mine, I like to fry mine on the stove, and then I'll place them in a roasting pan that I've had in the oven. What this does is, if the roasting pan is already hot when you add your pork chops to it, you won't get that sticking, because this is not a non-stick. So because it's the one that's thick, I like to let my roasting pan get hot before I actually put my pork chops in there. So I'm actually adding them to this pan that's already been in the oven, so it's already hot. And I'm not frying them until done, but I'm frying them on the other side of done. I like mine a little bit more crispy. And to me, if you fry them a little longer, they're more tender when you actually get ready to eat them. So these three are going in here. Like I said, this is a non-stick roaster pan that I heated. I got it in the oven on 400. I'm going to turn it down to 350, because what I do is, as I fry these, I put them back in that pan in the oven until I get through all of them. Okay, yeah, so these are my last two pork chops that I'm getting ready to take out now. So y'all, now I've been sitting, I had these sitting, I had them in the oven on 350, and I don't know if you can see, but look at the grease that's in there. Now by putting them in there, you're getting ready, I'm taking all of that grease out before, and I guess I need to put these in here, before I actually add my gravy. We don't want all that grease. So these are the last two. Okay, and I guess I need to get the top to this. I'm going to run this back so I can get that grease out. That's the grease that's coming out the bottom of the pork chops that's been in the roaster. Minimizing, I guess I should say, the amount of grease that's going to be in there. You want the flavor, you don't want all that grease. Our little grease saver thing here. Now my grandma, when she was living, she had a big one of these. I don't know where she got that from. I found this little small one here on Amazon. It's a little grease left in the bottom of it, that's okay. I just don't want a lot. And this still not full, which is a good thing. An onion that I cut up. And I thought I had fresh garlic, but I don't. So thank God for this garlic that you find in the produce section. Use some of that. I prefer fresh in my gravies, but this is good. It's good. It's just I'm a creature of habit. I like doing stuff the same way. Sometimes you gotta get out of that comfort zone. So all I'm gonna do is just fry this up a little bit. Now the thing about this at the bottom, if you fool around and let that get black, you don't want to use it, because it's gonna make you have a bitter gravy. So I kind of let this fry. I let that fry up, and then I need to put my pork chops back in the oven. So when I first start the cooking process, after I add the gravy mixture to it, I put it on 400 for like 30 minutes, then without a top, and then I turn it down on 350 covered. In about an hour's time, it's done. And see, these pork chops have continued to cook in the oven, but remember what it was doing. What I was doing is I was getting rid of all that extra grease that's just sitting there in the bottom of my pan. I don't want all that grease. Just to like get the sweating and the onions release a little, you're gonna start smelling the onion and garlic all through the house in a minute. And that's as long as I want it. I want the rest of it to cook along with the pork chops themselves. And in this, you want to add hot water. And the reason, and some people add like different broths. I don't. I just use water because I got all that. I want to taste the pork chops. When I put chicken, it may alter it. If I put beef broth, to me, it may alter it. So I just use hot water. And this little thing here, this is by Faberware. And I got this online somewhere. I think it was like $9. You can fry in it, you can steam your vegetables in it, and it's a good little thing. It gets hot. I think you can even put it in the microwave. So I'm going to kind of let this do like a little balling thing. And then I'm going to just add this to my pork chops. And we're going to be ready to roll. I'll be back when I add it, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, and our main attraction for our dinner on today are these pork chops. They've all been fried. And now what we're going to do, we're going to add that gravy mixture that I showed you. And we're just going to pour it in. Now, if you have any of this left at the bottom of your pan, see that? You want to make sure you get all that. So I'm going to put a little bit more water. Because you see they're not all covered. Which I don't want to have too much gravy, because sometimes I end up making my gravy and it's too watery, y'all. And I just don't like adding a lot of extra flour and all that stuff to my gravy. Because I think when you start adding a lot of flour, you start taking away from the real flavor of it. Like if it's pork chops, you start adding a lot of flour, to me that all the extra flour gravy takes away from the real taste of the meat. If you like to do it that way, I've had it like that, it's good. I've had people tell me that's not authentic, this ain't authentic. Do you? It's my way of doing it. And if I like it and my family like it, that's who I'm cooking for. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, try what works for you. There's no right and wrong way. It's your way or my way. Good, bad, and indifferent. We all eat it, right? I know we're not cooking to throw it away. So, y'all, this is what it looks like. Again, this is going in the oven on 400 uncovered for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to cover it and cook it an additional hour, and it's going to be ready for tender smothered pork chops. I'll be back. Here's Sunday dinner, y'all. I have pork chops with the gravy, smothered cabbage, buttermilk, jiffy cornbread, candied yams. Enjoy your day. Be blessed.